Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. How are you all today? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Coaching Think Talk. I am Coach Minas from Life Coach Philippines, and this is Coaching for Leapformation. This coaching conversation is for individuals who are looking for the meaning of their lives, for the purpose of their lives, but it seems that the thing that they are looking for is eluding them, and they have been in the out in the field for many years already, but still they cannot see and they cannot find what they are looking for. And my mission is to help these individuals find who they truly are, know who they truly are, so that they can spot their purpose, they can spot that thing that they have been looking for all these years, all this time. So thank you everyone for joining me live today. And please leave your digital footprints by letting us know where you are coming live watching us from today. Please do tag a friend and circulate this video to help us reach more individuals who might be in need of what I will be sharing with you for this session. You may also give some shout outs to people you want to greet and reach out with some inspiring message. So still, we are on lockdown. Still, travels are limited. So give some shout outs to someone who you have not been reaching out or who you have not been seeing for the longest time, and say some shout out to people who are celebrating their anniversaries, their birthdays today. So like for me, I'm saying hello and happy birthday to Coach C. Hello, Coach Colleen. Happy birthday. So yeah, send in there some message, do tag a friend in the comments down below, and let uh, ask them or yeah, invite them to join in. So if you are watching this on a replay, please do comment hashtag replay in the comments down below. I am streaming via FB page of Life Coach Philippines and YouTube channel Coach A I Dash Connect. If you are new to our platform, please like, follow, and subscribe. So yay! Hello, hello, hello. It's not raining now in here in the place where I am. So how about you? What's the weather where you are now? So if you are watching us from Isabela, from Cagayan de Oro, from the south, from Visayas, so what's the weather there now? So if you're in the Philippines, most part of the Philippines is now the rainy season. It's now wet season, and yeah, it's almost raining every day. But if you are coming in and if you're watching this on a replay in some other countries, tell us in the comments down below what's your weather today. What's your weather now? So thank you for being here. And as you can see, the title of our topic for today is Riding the Waves of Life. So last time we were actually talking about the pivotal moment in our lives. And in our topics for the last four session, we were actually talking about sciences, and we are actually relating it to life. And I have talked to some people, to some friends, and they were telling me that, you know what, when we were in high school, when we were in school, science was different, and it was thought really technically and not related to life, and they were appreciating actually sciences being related to life. So thank you for being here again, and thank you for being active and saying hi and commenting on the comment chat box down below. So before we continue with our topic, riding the waves of life, let me introduce to you a little bit about myself, as I am Coach Minas, a certified life coach of with Life Coach Philippines. I also I'm a licensed chemical engineer, and I have been working as technical sales representative for Almost 10 years now. I'm selling, and yeah, I'm taking care of clients who are working with laboratory equipment. And these laboratory equipment are mostly industrial, not so much with the medical. So yes, I'm a travel bug. I love to travel. Like my picture here is my picture in Perth in 2017. So yeah, you know that I love to travel. And if the pandemic is done, if you want to travel, then call me out. If I'm free, then I can join you. I am also a proud Master Builder Apprentice of Master Coach Ace MBA program. MBA meaning Master Builder Apprentice. And as a tribe builder, we help you. I help you make your unstoppable dream come true. So I invite you to actually bring back that dream when you were young, that dream that seems to be impossible to our parents, but as young kids, we we believed that it can come true. We have a lot of dreams before, and we were unstoppable and we were unlimited as kids. So bring back that dream. And in this tribe that I am building, which is called the Delta FX Coaching Tribe, again, the Delta FX Coaching Tribe, I'm inviting you to join in. So what are we doing inside the Delta FX Coaching Tribe? So first, let's define the words. So the word here is delta. Delta is symbolized by a triangle. And in science, in physics, in chemistry, it means heat. And when heat is added into an equation, change or transformation happens. And also, if it's used in physics, it means transformation. So that's where I got the name of my tribe, the Delta FX Coaching Tribe, because in our tribe, we want to see transformation. Because in the tribe, we are going to make you see yourself, make you find your purpose and the meaning of your life, and make you know who you are truly and deeply, not what you thought you were. You know, we were going to work on your mindsets, we're going to work on your habits, especially your mindsets, because it's the reason why you were self-sabotaging. And you know in your mind, you know in your heart, that you are meant for greater purpose, you are meant for greater things, but you are not moving forward. Then join me inside the Delta FX Coaching Tribe. Type it in the search bar of Facebook, the Delta FX Coaching Tribe, and you'll see it there. Answer the questions before I let you in. Okay, so that is our mission inside the Delta FX Coaching Tribe. Because you know what I actually see, what my vision is for the tribe is this one. So if you watch the X-Men, you know that these people, these guys, these girls are weirdos in the outside world. They are weirdos in their community. They are mutants. So mutants equals, for them, mutants equals weirdos. So we know that they have their own superpower, but when they were outside, they were hiding their superpowers because people said that they are weird people, they are even bad people. And because they are outside with their limiting beliefs and with their thinking, with their old thinking, with their old beliefs, they thought that they are actually weird. And what they have, their superpowers, they are not using it to the maximum capacity because they believe that they are just weird and they are not, they are bad people, or they are, you know, they have, it's for them, it's not a superpower but something to be hidden, um, because people will throw stones at them. So in the Xavier School, which is what I am actually visualizing with the Delta FX Coaching Drive, it's like a school where we are going to actually search for that superpower of yours, so that you'll know that you can actually revive that superpower and actually maximize the use of your superpower, so that you can help more people, you can go out there and be brave and be useful with yourself, with your superpower, and be useful in the community. So that's what we want to do inside the Delta FX Coaching Tribe. So if you are believing that you have something in there that you can actually search and develop, then join in inside the Delta FX Coaching Tribe. So, yep, that's our tribe. Join in the Delta FX Coaching Tribe. And let's start with our topic for today. Yeah, so I'm sorry for that. Before we start with our topic for today, I'd like to request you to actually share what you will learn today, this afternoon, in this talk, in this session. Don't waste your time. If you are here already and you're intentional that, okay, I'm going to support Coach Cherry, I'm going to be there with Coach Cherry and learn what she's going to talk about, riding the waves of your life, then share what your back by bag moment is, what your aha moment is, joining me in this talk today. So put it also there, hashtag coaching think talk, so that we can find you in this vast digital space. And of course, our tag, our title, the name of our tribe, the Delta FX. So put in there hashtag the Delta FX. Okay. So let's start with defining what waves are, because our title again is Riding the Waves of Life. So what are waves? So waves, accordingly, definition in physics, is a rhythmic disturbances that carry energy without carrying matter. Okay, can you imagine that? It says here again that it's a rhythmic disturbances that carry energy without carrying matter. So it's a very simple definition of what waves are. So how about you? What examples of waves can you put in there? Can you think of today? Okay, so you can do that. So be game, play game with us. Put it in there in the chat box down below. What are the waves that you know? Okay, so be it a sound wave, what else? Be it a water wave. What are other waves? Light waves that you can think of. Okay, so yeah, and I have here two kinds of waves. We have let's have a review, okay? We have the mechanical waves, which requires a medium, meaning kailangan siyang may medium, may media, may dadaanan. May um, kailangan niya kumapit dun sa medium na yun. So something like that. And the other one is electromagnetic waves that doesn't require a medium. So look at this. So under mechanical waves, we have two. We have the longitudinal wave, at ang example nun ay sound wave. And the other one is transverse waves, kasi nag-transverse siya dun sa direction ng wave, is the water waves, like the waves, yung ripple na makikita mo pag nag-drop ka ng pebble, and di ba, gumagalaw yung, nakikita mong gumaganon yung water. So, it's transporting, it's a rhythmic disturbance na yung energy nagta-travel siya. Pero yung water, kung saan siya nalaglag yung pebble, hindi naman siya gumagalaw. Yung energy lang. So, yun yung sinasabi niya kanina sa unang definition. So, electromagnetic waves do not require a medium, a media. So, example of this one is light, microwaves, so infrared, X-rays, ultraviolet rays, and radio waves. But today, we're going to be talking about the water waves. Okay, so look at that. Beautiful, they have broken down and they have actually looked into the composition of a wave in the ocean. And this one is very important for people who are learning about oceanography, for people also who are surfing. And because our topic for today is riding the waves or surfing the waves, then this is crucial for surfers. But like for me, who is just learning surfing for fun and not really, I'm not going to be competing about with surfing, then I'm just showing you that this is how they look at waves. So if you have the interest in waves, then you can look at this one. Actually, everything now is Googleable, except for relationships. So for personal touch, yeah. So you can actually Google that, what um, what is happening in the waves that happens in the ocean, and what are these waves. So if you want to dive into that topic, then go into Google. Okay, so let's see here. It says here that you can't stop. Now we relate it to life. It says here you can stop the waves, but you can learn to surf. So again, my question is, what are, I've actually posted this in my timeline before this talk, and my question was, what are the waves in your life? Like, what are the disturbances in your life? So going back to the definition, physics definition of wave, it's a rhythmic disturbance. Disturbance. So maybe your disturbance is not a rhythmic one. Maybe it's like a chaotic disturbance, but still it is a disturbance. It can be a rough sea. The weather is not really good. Therefore, the wave is not rhythmic or is not as good. And it says here that you cannot get away from that wave because maybe that wave is an opportunity. So you can't stop the wave because it will naturally occur. You know, some things we don't plan. We sometimes we plan our lives like, okay, and we even go to God and say, God, this is my plan. We don't allow him to tell us his plan, but sometimes because I was in that before, like, God, this is what I want. I help me to have this one, help me to have that. But then later on in life I learned that I cannot stop the wave. I cannot go on with my life because something must happen according to the plan of God. And all I can do is to learn to ride the waves and to learn how to surf. Okay, so a little bit history of my surfing, because I really wanted to surf since college. But I am not born near the sea, and because I did not really go into like to places where I can surf, I did not become a surfing athlete, if I should say it that way. Okay, so I have here a picture of when I first my surfing had surfing in Siargao. So this was in Siargao, but actually my first try for surfing was in La Union, in San Juan, La Union, and that was in 2014. Huh? Yeah, that was in 2014. So I tried surfing in San Juan 2014, and it was really nice. And then the second that I tried surfing was in Siargao, and the third was in Siargao. And I had three surfing, experiences yet. So more to come, but in the last years, I had three already. So that was me and my friend and our guide, those people who are going to actually teach us how to ride the waves. And because our topic for today is, I will be your guide now to actually see how you're going to ride the waves in your life. Because again, we cannot stop the wave that is coming into our life, the disturbances that is coming into our life. What we can do is to actually learn to ride it, to surf that wave. So again, if you have it in your thought, like what are the waves in your life right now? So write it in your journal. And now let's see if these tips that I'm going to share with you is going to work with you while you are, riding the waves of your life. First is you have to paddle, 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 paddle. So yeah, you have to paddle, 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 because if you don't paddle, you will miss the wave. If you don't paddle, you cannot go near and you cannot position yourself for the wave. So it's important to paddle, 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 paddle. And what does that mean in our life? We have to continue. We have to act. So, uh, um, as I have said a while back, waves can actually be opportunities, or the wave in your life now is a stepping stone to something that you want, to something that is greater, that you actually are supposed to be doing, that actually you are supposed to be in. So maybe the wave that you have now is just your stepping stone. You just have to ride that wave so that you don't get washed out, so that you have practice of what life could be. when when the waves are larger, later on you know how to ride those bigger waves. But for now, you have to paddle, paddle, paddle. So in life, you have to continue your life. You have to do something. This is what I love about this one, because it is teaching you that if that is an opportunity, if you see that wave as an opportunity, or if you see that wave as your stepping stone, you have to paddle. You have to do something. And if you are one person who have tried surfing, if you are a beginner in surfing, it's not easy to paddle, paddle, paddle. Um, I remember when I was being taught, until the third time that that I tried surfing, there was a guide who was actually helping me paddle. So I was able to paddle, but um, he was there to actually guide me, and that is a good thing. And if you are one who needs help while you are paddling, then get help, look for that help. But what I'm saying here is you have to do something. You have to initiate, you have to plan, you have to set the goal that I'm going to get that wave, I'm going to try that wave. So first is you have to paddle, paddle, paddle. You have to act. You have to put in their strategies. You have to do something about riding that wave. So that's first. Second is you have to consider position and timing. And this one you can actually get from not just reading, because yes, you can actually read what is written in the internet, but you will also observe. You observe what is happening, where the waves breaks, and then from there you will see when and where to position, and when are you going to actually catch that wave. So in life, what does that mean in life? So in life, you have to consider position and timing by looking at the side, looking in front, and looking backward. Maybe a little history, like what happened before, where did it break, where did I get the peak of the wave? So things like that, you have to consider that, and you actually have to see your peripheral, you have to see in front, and then everything, join everything that you know, and then position yourself, get the right timing. It will not always be perfect, as I will discuss later, but you have to consider that if you want to be smart in your life, if you want to have a better life, then you have to consider that you actually need to consider the timing and position. And that's what you do also in surfing. You cannot just surf, you cannot just go in there and paddle, because you'll waste your energy in paddling if you don't know where the wave will actually break, and where you're actually be ready to paddle and catch the wave. So position and timing is really, really important. So that's what you do with your life. If you are catching a wave, if you want to ride a wave, because it's an opportunity, it's a stepping stone for another bigger opportunity, then you have to consider position and timing. That's why we have goal setting and we have planning. Okay, next would be expect to be wiped out. So related from looking at the position and timing, it's not always going to be perfect. Expect that you will be wiped out. So when I was starting surfing, I had a lot of experience where I was wiped out. And me being wiped out is because sometimes I would expect that I would fall. So I would jump out of the board even before it reaches the shore. So that was my fault, because I had fear got over me. And so I jumped out of my board, and then I was washed out by the waves. I was wiped out by the wave. So I'm just happy sharing with you my experience. So if you haven't tried surfing, go try surfing. Go to where is this? I haven't been to this to Aurora yet. Nah, I haven't yet been to Aurora to try surfing there. But in La Union and also in Siargao, I have tried. surfing the waters there. So there, expect to be wiped out. So in life, you expect and embrace it, because if you feel that life is just going to be smooth, then you being wiped out will be really devastating. But if you expect that something will happen, that you will be wiped out, then you will be ready, and you'll not be so much hurt if it happens. Because yeah, you will be wiped out by by things, by people around you, you know. But if you expect that you will be wiped out, you will be ready. You will be ready, you will be prepared going into the wave. And actually, you have contingency, or you have plans when you get wiped out. So expect that you will hit a rock, in the at the bottom of the sea. So because sometimes some of the shores have a rocky bottom. So yeah, you have to consider that, and that means that you have to prepare a first aid kit. So things like that in life, you have to prepare your first aid kit in life. You have to prepare going in. You have to be prepared. You have to expect that something will happen. So be prepared emotionally, mentally, and physically. Be prepared of what is going to happen, because as a champion, as a great person, you doing something, that means that things can happen. So you should be prepared. That is the smart way of living. Yeah. So next is the ride. Reaching the shore is exhilarating. So I remember having I was able to stand up on my paddleboard, not my paddleboard, on my surfboard. I was able to stand on my surfboard and actually, reach the shore. I was actually able to ride a wave smoothly. And I was so happy. And if you experience that, it's about riding the waves. Those waves, again, we consider these waves as disturbances in our life. But how are we going to look at that disturbances? Are we going to run away from the disturbances? Are we going to just let it be? Or are we going to take that opportunity to ride that wave? Because you winning that wave, riding that wave, winning from the disturbances in your life is going to make you confident. It's going to be exhilarating. It's going to make you happy. It's going to give you joy, because it wasn't easy. You have to learn all the things. You have to learn to paddle and all those things. You've been wiped out. You can be wiped out in the waters, but if you ride that wave to the shore, then you win. You know that you did something right, and that will actually stack up as your confidence going forward. And later on, you will be riding bigger waves. So when we will be riding bigger waves, you're more confident. So start now. Start paddling. Start riding the waves of your life. Don't run away from the waves of your life. Next would be honor the rhythm, the environment, and your body. So look at the picture. It's depicting that there's no wave to be for us to ride on. Sometimes there are waves that are really rough, that is going to throw us away, and that wave we cannot ride that, because we'll just have we'll be in an accident. We'll hit a rock or things like that. A lot of things can happen when the seas are rough. And yeah, as I've said, some some waves are not to be ridden on. You do not ride all the waves. You do not surf all the waves. So you have to consider that. And sometimes when you're a surfer, when you want to surf, and you go to an area where you can surf, but what if there's a storm, there's a tempest, the weather is not good, you're late already. Like there's a time when the waves are good, but there's a time when it's not. So you have to respect, the environment that it's telling you. you cannot ride this one, because if you ride this wave, then it can be detrimental to you. So if you are watching, if you know surfing, if you're watching surfing, you know that some people actually um, meet accident in the shore because of that. So you have to respect the rhythm of, of the environment, the rhythm of the, of the sea. You have to wait for the good wave to ride on, because you have to choose your wave. Not all waves um, will be okay to be surfed. So that's it. I'm saying that it could be an opportunity, but you have to be smart to see um, if this wave is going to be okay for you. And if there's no wave, you have to respect that. The time that you are there, the weather, you have to respect that. You have to honor that. And also, you have to honor your body. So it can be tiring. Yeah. So it can be tiring, like 2 hours of you being in the sea. I actually remembered we had 5 hours, and I was like, sunog na sunog ako. That one, when we went there, I did not have long pants for, um, or tights, or what they call that one, something that, yeah, we weren't below. I just had my shorts. So we were out in the sea for 5 hours, and like really, I got sunburned so much, and I suffered for like a week. I cannot wear pants. I cannot even go. I cannot stay long. Wearing pants. So I have to wear something for me to be comfortable, because I really had burnt my legs because of that. So yeah, you have to respect your body, because in the sea, it can be you can you don't have water there. You have to actually rest and get water, fresh water, but you cannot drink the sea water. So you have to respect your body. If you're tired already, you have to respect that, because it's the sea, and the sea is not going to honor you. The sea is just being the sea, so it does what it does. So you have to respect that. You have to honor that. You are the one who is going to adjust. Okay, so yeah, that's it for the tips. And lastly, this one. So difficult circumstances push you to your limits. So there are times that uh, you can be fearful, especially if the storm is coming, and really the waves are really strong. But sometimes you have to push your limits, that I'm going to ride that bigger wave. So I'm done with this little waves, then I'm going to ride that bigger waves. And it takes actually courage, especially if you don't know how to swim. If you have a lot of fears in your life, you have a lot of fears. And of course, according, even the successful people, they still have fears, but they don't allow their fears to actually cripple them not to do what they need to do. And this is what I'm saying in this last tip, that allow those difficult circumstances to be pushing you to your limits, because in that way you will be able to grow. This is part of you growing, and this is part of you actually elevating your confidence. If you actually experience this, it doesn't mean that you should win. It doesn't mean that you ride the wave to the shore successfully. But if you try it, if you do something to reach your limit, even with difficult circumstances, then you're a winner already. Okay. So it says here that in the waves of change, we find our true direction. So yeah, as I've said, look at the waves if you're going to ride that wave, because maybe that wave is a stepping stone for a bigger wave, or you cannot actually get away from that wave. You have to ride that wave in order for you to find your true direction. Because if you don't be brave and be courageous to actually ride the wave in your life, then you will never get to find your true direction. So if you like that, take a screenshot of that and put somewhere that you can see. Okay. So according to Nancy Ibrahim, she said, "Don't be tossed right and left from the waves of your life. No matter what is happening to you, be in the present moment. Focus on what you need to do today to reach your short and long term goals so you can have a better tomorrow." So, again, don't be tossed right and left. You are the person who is in control. You are the person who is in control. You don't allow the waves to toss you right and left. Okay, so you can use the tips that I've shared with you for you to actually ride the wave that you need to ride in your life, so that you increase your confidence, so that you will be able to practice, so that you grow courage, you test your bravery with these things that is going with the waves that is going to come into your life. Because yes, again, it's not going to be easy, but it can be done. Okay, so yeah, expect to be wiped out. Remember that. Okay, so that's the end of my presentation today, this afternoon. I hope you've learned something from the wave, that if you see something, a disturbance in your life, like maybe you have planned something, or maybe you have not planned anything, and something happened to you, and it's a disturbance, then you have to do something. You have to paddle, paddle, paddle. You have to be the person who will be in control. Don't let these waves of your life toss you, throw you right and left. You have to take the stand that this is my choice. I have decided that this is what I am going to do. In that way, you take the power. You are a super hero. You will be the superhero of your life, and you will be able to use your superpowers. Okay. So if you like these kinds of conversation, let's have more of this conversation. Connect with me at my Facebook account, personal Facebook account, Cherry Minas, my Facebook page, Coach Chair, my Facebook group, of course, the Delta FX Coaching Tribe, and this is my uh, mobile number 0949-732-5568. And of course, there is our logo, the Delta FX. So what did you learn today? What did you take from our conversation? So yeah, thank you for being here once again. And as I end this conversation, let me invite you to be part of what we are doing as an organization of professional certified life coaches. Do join us for another coaching conversation later with Coach Res for coaching for purposeful living at 4 p.m. I would also like to invite you to Master Coach Ace Co-Actively Co-Create Life Coach Certification Program. This is a comprehensive approach to learning and mastering life coaching as an active process of creating a new path to achieving results in life, so that success is inevitable in every coaching relationship. It includes 21-day web-based learning, 3-day live coaching bootcamp with Master Coach A, and 3-day live business bootcamp with senior coaching team. The program package also comes with many other bonuses to connect. So connect now with Coach Rizal 0917-586-1661 to discover the opportunities waiting for you in this profession. Like if you ask me and all the other graduates from batch 1, so actually batch 2 is now ongoing, like we really hands down to Master Coach A. The course is really great. Like massive, massive, massive value. Okay, so once again, this is Coach Cherry Minas from Life Coach Philippines for Coaching Think Talk. Coaches like us think and talk like this. This is us in the Philippines. Love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. Love, bam, boom. Bye bye.